Justice Steiner, Manager of Athletic Communications here at Davenport University, sitting down with head volleyball coach Brian Netzler, and then fifth-year senior volleyball player Lindsay Taylor. Coach, you kind of want to just talk about what you've seen out of your team so far. You guys reported on Sunday, first practice Monday. Talk about what you've seen out of your team.
Yeah, we're so cohesive this year. It's been so much fun to be in the gym with them. Our culture has been set. Our seniors, our captains are leading, are charging the way, leading the charge, and I've been energized by their energy every single day in the gym. It's been awesome, and I know it's only day 3, but we're off to a really good start for our 2023 campaign.
And then Lindsay, same question to you. What have you kind of seen out of your team so far heading into this year?
Everyone's just been very open-minded, especially our newcomers. They've come in and asked a lot of questions and have developed really well to our system because it's very different from what we normally did in like our club season and stuff. And yeah, they're just really fun and energetic as well, which is nice.
Lindsay, last year you were a senior, but it was your first year here at Davenport, coming from Miami of Ohio. Can you kind of talk about the difference this year coming in, already having a year under your belt here, and kind of the expectations and kind of what that difference is like now?
I feel like I've definitely developed more of a leadership role. I kind of sat back and watched all the other ones do their thing and how our culture was here, and now I've kind of taken it under my wing, like you said, and yeah, it's just really good. It's a good difference that we've seen.
And then Coach, it's your 5th season here at Davenport. You're coming off the best season you've had here, a 3rd place finish in the GLIAC, the best season that Davenport's had since going to D2. How do you kind of try to keep that momentum going?
Every season's different, that's for sure. I think we have a ton of pieces back from that team last year. We bring in some really explosive newcomers that are going to add to the mix for us. But I think every year is different. I think we're leaps and bounds. Every single year I've been here, we've been leaps and bounds ahead of the year prior to that when it comes to establishing our culture, our standards in the gym, our systems, all those things. And this year is no different than any of the years past. So I'm just excited to roll the ball out and let's get going.
Lindsay, same question to you. You're a big part of last season's success, all second team all GLIAC. How do you kind of try to keep that going next year?
I kind of use that as motivation, especially the second team, because I want to be first. And I'm just very competitive and just go in every day, because since it is my last year, I don't take it for granted.
And Coach, to highlight your out of conference schedule, you have 2 tournaments at the beginning of the year, one at West Texas A&M, so quite the haul for you guys. Can you kind of highlight those 2 out of conference tournaments and what you're expecting?
Yeah, we've got some great competition down there, obviously highlighted by the defending national champs. We're going to see what we're made of, and definitely just seeing a different region of volleyball. I think every region across the country, we all play some similar styles but also different. So last year we challenged ourselves going down to Florida and playing a really strong Flagler tournament, and this year we're going to go to West Texas and see where we're at. After that we're going to come home, and initially we were supposed to co-host, but just it worked out that we ended up going over to Grand Valley, and so we'll play Grand Valley, but we'll be over there for 4 matches with some in-region teams that'll help with our regional rankings and get us ready for that first weekend of GLIAC play up in the UP.
And then can you kind of talk about some of your top returners? Obviously, Lindsay sitting next to you, second team all GLIAC performer. But can you kind of talk about her as well as some of the other players coming this year?
Our 3 fifth-year seniors have done a phenomenal job just getting themselves physically, mentally, emotionally ready for this season. So Lynn's being one of those. Emmy Webb, she's back and healthy, ready to roll in the middle for us. Stephanie Kalinowski has done a phenomenal job of just working at her craft on and off the court. Lexi Beakey and Nicola Dean are our returning setters, so they're back. We've got some newcomers in Caitlin Jordan in middle for us, but we also have some returners that started in Erin Morrissey. Abby Welke played a lot of volleyball for us last year. Emma Turnquist played a lot of volleyball for us. So we bring back quite a bit. So I'm excited to get going with this group beyond practices, but into the competition segment.
You mentioned Caitlin Jordan, the transfer. You have 4 newcomers in total, 3 freshmen, 1 transfer. Can you kind of talk about those 4 and the impact they might have this year?
Yeah, Caitlin, she's originally from Wisconsin, was out east at Malloy College last year. She was freshman of the year in her conference. Very physical, very athletic. Sydney Swan is an outside from Frankfort, Indiana. Played a lot of high level volleyball in her club days, and has just come in and just been incredibly just kind of seamless with what we're doing right now. She's just fitting in really well. Kennedy Dole is from Grayling, Michigan, and very physical athlete, really competitive, really aggressive. And Abby Allen is our last freshman. She comes from Wisconsin. She's a long kid. She reminds me a little bit of Lindsay and our outsides of the past, and so I think she's got a bright future here for us.
And Lindsay, last question. What are kind of your expectations and goals heading into this 2023 campaign?
I think, just like I said, kind of going into it with an open mind, since we do have a newer team. I don't want to say like we are the underdog, but we kind of are, and kind of be that just explosive team that's just going to come out of nowhere. And I like that, because it doesn't feel like there's not as much pressure on us, which is a good thing.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Good luck this year.
Thank you.